Hi there, this is just a short video to show you a few different ways to embed web plugins into your web pages. So I've got a few different working examples in front of me here. The first instance is a particular section of a WordPress page that holds a web plugin generated in PMC, and the page also features shared analytics. The second version we've got here is a blank HTML wrapper that again houses the shared analytics code and a full screen render of a web plugin. And the third instance is a straight JavaScript embed of web plugin. It doesn't feature shared analytics. So I've got a few different windows here open to show you bits and pieces. So if we look in PMC to start with, here I'm actually impersonating a partner. There's a couple of things I wanted to show you in here that are relevant to what I'm going to talk about. So as a partner, or obviously if you're impersonating a partner, if you jump into their account settings, which is here, there's a few things that are relevant. So in the company profile section, there's a little tick box here, web plugin options. This is ticked, and what it says next to it is basically if you have a secure server, so if your web URLs start HTTPS, then you need to have this checked when you export your embed code. It doesn't make a huge difference. I'll show you what it actually does, but best practice. If you are publishing your web pages on a non-secure server, so it's an HTTP URL, you don't need to worry about this. But basically there'll be a slightly different output of code that will prevent your web plugin working if you use it on the wrong way, on the wrong type of server. The other thing to look at in this section is the install analytics element. So this is actually the code that you'll embed on your page if you want to use shared analytics. And there's a contingency between using shared analytics and the basic embed method for your web plugins as well. So that's actually where you generate the code. If you are producing some, this is the web plugin edit interface. So this is something I'm working on at the moment. If you are actually looking to export the code that you've generated from creating in the WYSIWYG editor your web plugin, pretty simple. Here you've got the embed section. So where we are here is web plugins. Obviously, you'll have, I'm not going to go all the way back, you'll have browse, and then you have your instances that you've opened. So this is an instance of a web plugin that I've created. Here are the two different types of embed codes. You've got the simple embed and the JavaScript embed. So I'm generating this for a non-secure server, so where I just showed you where you can tick the box and it will basically give you a different output. The only real difference here is in the JavaScript. So this is non-secure. You'll notice this section here is HTTP. If you exported the same code for a secure server, all that would be different is that there would be an S on the end here. So even if you do have the wrong option checked when you do the export, it's pretty easy to remedy manually, either by your own means or someone in your tech team or IT team, web publishing team, whatever. So working on the premise that we've generated these two code blocks, this is how we go about actually putting them into a page. So I've got my web page editor open here. So this page here, test basic. So this is incorporating shared analytics, which is this section here, and also the web plugin. So you can only use this basic div tag embed version of the web plugin here if you also have shared analytics script on the same page. So I basically, in a blank HTML wrapper, I've added in some HTML compliant footer tags. And within those, I've put in the shared analytics script, and then secondarily, I've put in the base embed code for the web plugin. So that one looked like this. That's that page. The other method we've got here, the JavaScript method, you'll notice there's only one code block incorporated. So again, if I go back here, this is this block of code here. You'll notice that we don't need to incorporate the shared analytics into the page to see the web plugin render. So that is this page, looks exactly the same, but obviously it doesn't have the shared analytics integration or capability because it's not on the page. Then the other option that you've got, well, there's multiple options, but I'm basically working on the premise that you're either hand coding pages from scratch or using WordPress as your CMS. But obviously the pages could be built in all manner of ways. These are the two working examples that I've gone for. So here we've got the render of the plugin on a WordPress page. So all that I've done there, this is my WordPress backend. This is the corresponding page. If I jump into a text view of the page, you can see the same script blocks and div tag set incorporated into that page. So I've gone for the basic method again here. So just to refresh your memory, that would mean it's this section of code and this section of code, which is shared analytics, and then they finally look thus. So hopefully not too confusing, but basically you've got, when you boil it down, two options. One which is pure JavaScript, one which is a set of div tags that will only appear if you also have the JavaScript that operates shared analytics embedded on the same page. Thank you.